What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason and Joe here. Paul Simon week. If you missed it, we've already ranked his 15 studio albums. Go check out that video. Today, we're going to give you our selections for our favorite Paul Simon songs. We're each going to give you 10, and we're going to go back and forth. And I'm going to start with my number 10. Number 10 for me is Renee and Georgette Magritte with their dog After the War. I think it's just genius writing, blending that surreal imagery that Renee Magritte as an artist was known for, and the very real relationship that he had with his wife Georgette and their dog, and the juxtaposition of the real and the surreal, and kind of taking him and placing him in the midst of like 1950s doo-wop with all these doo-wop bands that he's name dropping. It's just really interesting kind of concept for a song. So super cool. That's my number 10.
All right, my number 10 from Still Crazy After All These Years. I got My Little Town, the one taste that we get in the whole discography of Simon and Garfunkel together. And it sounds like a Simon Garfunkel song. It's got those yearning, powerful harmonies, reminds me a little bit of Bridge Over Troubled Water. And yeah, just hearing them together, I think is a really cool thing. I wish it happened a couple more times.
All right. Number 9 for me is God Bless the Absentee. Piano-based tune, kind of has this dark funkiness to it, a nice little groove, and a great guitar solo from Eric Gale, which is the real highlight of that tune. So there you go.
Okay. My number 9, I'm going to go with Can't Run But, my favorite from Rhythm of the Saints. It's got like a 360 sensory drum experience. The way it's produced, it's really cool. Got that really nice haunting marimba pattern throughout. Simon's vocals a little, disaffected, a little mysterious. You got J.J. Cale dropping in some cool licks. Yeah, just a really interesting track, very Brazilian flavored.
My number 8 is I Do It For Your Love from Still Crazy After All These Years. Really love the atmosphere on this one, created by the really great guitar tones kind of swirling around the Fender Rhodes. You also got Tony Levin on bass, and the bridge to this is really cool. It's kind of like this instrumental break with some Parisian flavored accordion coming in, which is really nice. So yeah.
I got one comment already. I got God Bless the Absentee. Deep dive, deep cut for both of us here. Love that piano part, the funky, jazzy bass playing. I wrote that it's one of the hidden gems, but apparently not hidden enough because we both found it. And he's got that jazz fusion with Steve Gadd on drums, Tony Levin on bass, Richard T on piano, and just a cool track from One Trick Pony.
Number 7 for me is Tenderness from There Goes Rhyme Simon. Love the backing vocals from the Dixie Hummingbirds on this, bringing this great blend of 50s doo-wop and gospel. You also get a very soulful vocal delivery from Paul on that one as well.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Mother and Child Reunion for my number 7. Recorded in Kingston with Jimmy Cliff's backing band. Has real reggae credentials. All the credit to Paul for going to Kingston to record it. Doesn't feel like forced, hackneyed white boy reggae, which could very easily have fallen into. It feels like a nice, meaningful meeting of two very different styles and worlds, and something that he would continue to do throughout his catalog.
My number 6 is Silent Eyes, the album closer from Still Crazy After All These Years. A big dramatic piano ballad, again with the killer rhythm section, Steve Gadd and Tony Levin. Just tremendous. And one of Paul, again, one of his best vocal performances. I think it builds beautifully to this excellent crescendo at the end.
All right, talking about great Paul Simon vocal performances. I got American Tune. Love Simon's whining vocals here. Based on an old hymn, it's close to a Bach tune, but I love the rousing build as he waxes politically, one of his few political songs. You got that great string arrangement from Del Newman that drops in, and you just want to stand up and salute. Feels like it was made for Garfunkel's harmonies. I think maybe that would be the only thing missing here, but I think Simon pulls it off very well solo.
Number 5 for me is Kodak Chrome. one of his catchiest songs, really upbeat, fun. Love the galloping percussion that's panned off to the right, really propels the song along. And the double time energy at the end is really awesome. So
Number five, go with the big hit from Graceland, Call Me Al. Love the horn section, love the penny whistle solo. Great use of the South African textures and backing vocals from Ladysmith Black Mambazo. And, like most of Graceland, it's a very singular sounding song. Doesn't really have any comparables in popular music. It's just fun and exciting, full of good feelings. And you got that monster bass solo, which I found out that it's actually a palindrome. He played the first half of it and then they reversed it. And that's why it sounds so weird. I always thought it was like, what the hell is he doing? Like, how could you possibly even play that? And it's because he didn't. He only played half of it, but still a great track.
yeah, that was probably my number 11. It's not on my list. I feel like people maybe don't take that song seriously enough because of the somewhat silly refrain in the Chevy Chase music video, but I think the lyrics are amazing. It's super catchy, and yeah, the bass is killer. So, my number 4 is Heart and Bones. Another one with fantastic lyricism. This one written about Carrie Fisher, who he was about to marry when he wrote it. And yet it talks about like the disillusion of the relationship. It's kind of weird. Not really sure what's going on there. I think they were kind of on and off at times, so maybe that's what's going on. But either way, very poetic. I love the lyrics, and yeah, just a great tune.
Number four, another in common, I got Kodak Chrome. It's just one of his best ear candy songs. The brilliantly catchy guitar part, the interesting rhythms, the relatable lyrics. I said in the album version, it's no such thing for the 70s. And yeah, the whole high school, I didn't know all the girls I knew in high school. Think back about all the crap I learned in high school. It's kind of sour, but also very candy coated and swirly, whatever at the same time. Cotton candy, sugar, something.
My number 3 is Graceland. Just has a hypnotic groove, killer bass. Love the guitar sliding across the top of the track and incredible lyrics. Like you said in the other video, Mississippi Delta shining like a national guitar is a great opening line, but there's so many other killer lyrics in this too. The girl in New York City they call the human trampoline. That verse is incredible. Yeah, it's just hard to hear this song and not feel some kind of joy. So yeah, it's great.
My number three, I'm going with The Boy in the Bubble, opening track to Graceland. The lyrics are great, the great singing, all that stuff. But to me, the most arresting, interesting part, maybe the whole catalog, is Bugatti Kumalo's fretless bass juxtaposed against that accordion. It's just such a mind-blowing, unique, interesting combination. And yes, we use unique way too much when on this channel in general, but in this case, like there is nothing else in popular music history that sounds anything like this. It's literally mind-blowing. Like the first person to play this album in 1986, like I don't even like they just ridiculous.
My number 2 is Still Crazy After All These Years. Absolutely love the chord changes in this song, really jazzy, smooth. I think they perfectly reflect the kind of bittersweet nostalgia of the lyrics. Yeah, it's great. And everyone watching should go check out the Robert Ellis cover. It is one of the best covers I think I've ever heard. He actually takes an already incredible song and makes it even better. He puts this ridiculous guitar solo in there, and it's fantastic. But Paul Simon's version, amazing as well. So
My number two, one of the discoveries, even though I've heard it before, it didn't register, I guess, till now. Duncan from the debut, well, it was 72 debut anyway. Love the lyricism from Simon here. This is 14 years before Graceland, but he's already bringing in interesting instrumentation from around the world. He got the twin flute interludes played by Andean folk group Los Incas, and that's whatever the notes that they're playing, the way they're playing together is so striking and heartrending, combined with those lyrics. It's just I don't know, just totally hit me this week. Duncan, just an incredible song.
All right, my number one is The Boy in the Bubble. I love how it opens Graceland. The bass line's crazy. I think it's a lyrical masterpiece. He's kind of like painting this world of war and bombings and fear and surveillance, and he's weaving in all this like hope and humanity and wonder, and the way he weaves the two together, I think is amazing. It's a masterpiece lyrically. Musically, it's super interesting. Like you said, unique. Nothing else really sounds like it. Even on the Graceland album, I think it stands out as kind of like a different sort of song in a way. So, Boy in the Bubble, my favorite Paul Simon song.
My favorite's going to be Graceland. Mississippi Delta, shining like a natural guitar is just such a good opening line. The shimmering guitar that is all over the song is incredible. The playing's incredible. The line, losing love is like a window in your heart. Everybody sees you're blown apart. Everybody sees the wind blow. I think devastating, just phenomenal lyric. And kind of like Boy in the Bubble and a lot of other tracks, I guess, on here, he's weaving in like these sort of hopeful lyrics along with like these soul shattering, you know, this was his post-divorce album. But the way that he plays off sort of the joy and his son, riding with him, it works so well. It's a masterpiece. And yeah, it's my favorite Paul Simon song, Graceland.
I think my one was your three, and your three was my one. So, all right, let us know what we missed. What are your favorite Paul Simon songs? What do you think of our lists? All that stuff. Drop it in the comments. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Check out Patreon in the video description. Links to our social media there as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.